country. It is the Jimmy and Nath Show, driving you home. That's Taylor Swift, anti-hero. Now, guys, we've got to tell you something. This isn't just a random show that's starting off the back of Taylor Swift. We thought we were on the air. We are the drive show heading into Christmas, so we weren't on the air. A few little tech difficulties. So, before we really unravel everything, do we want to go through the team and should we start again?
No, so yeah, what we're going to do, Australia, is now Nath is adamant it wasn't his fault.
It definitely wasn't.
We're a name and shame type of show.
Yeah.
So we will find out whose fault it was.
We'll find the culprit.
We'll name and shame him before we finish at 7 p.m. tonight. Because you guys didn't hear anything, we're going to introduce ourselves. We're going to do the whole show opener again.
Yeah, all right. Are we ready?
Yeah.
3, 2, 1, let's start the show.
Australia, you know what time it is.
I'm on my way.
I'll only have a tea if there's a little bicky. You're thinking about the accompanying snack.
Oh, I'll dunk it in there. Love that.
Hi guys.
Hey, guys. How you going?
G'day, how are you fellas?
Hey guys, how you going?
Hi, how are you going?
Oi, oi, boys.
Thank you for using the official greeting of the show that no one uses.
All across Australia, it's Jimmy and Nath, and they're driving you home.
Oh, yes, let's try this again, shall we? Australia, how you bloody going? Would you look at that? They have given us the keys to the radio kingdom. For some reason, this little show can't even get on air on time. They are letting you do the biggest time slot there is. Drive radio, 4 till 7.
We couldn't have got it any worse.
No.
We could have got on air and just gone. We could have just forgotten how to speak, but at least something would have gone to where we've broadcast nothing.
Yeah.
Well, we broadcast for the three of us, and I think I personally really enjoyed it. It was like a dress rehearsal before the actual show.
Well, that's the thing. The beauty of live radio, guys. Hi, everybody. We're Jimmy and Nath, and we're a live radio show. But the beauty of it is...
No, mate, everyone's turned off. Over here. They tuned in at 4. There's nothing sort of playing.
Everyone actually enjoyed the backup tapes more than this show.
Yes. And then Taylor Swift just kicked in. It's a real wild ride for everyone listening.
Play more R&B, guys. Take these guys off the air. Well, we did it for you at the start of the show. But normally, Grace, you make a good point. There's no practice. There's no practice in live radio. What happens, happens. And what happened was not much, because you didn't hear it.
Nath, this may be my fault. Hey, Australia, it's Jimmy here. So before the show, Grace did a desk, and you're in here getting the show ready. For those who don't know, Nath pushes all the buttons here at the Jimmy and Nath Show. I walk out at Grace, and I just go, how you going, Grace? And you said you're a little nervous.
I am a little bit nervous,
and that's fine. This is a big moment
I'm human.
that we've completely stuffed up, just to let everyone know. And I said to her, Nate, and she goes, Jimmy, what if I stuff up? What if it doesn't go well? And I go, well, Grace, doesn't matter. We'll just have another go at it.
But that was a joke, because obviously
that was a joke. No, that was a joke that you've clearly brought to life. So thank you for screwing up the show.
It's Jimmy's fault. I don't know whose fault it was that we didn't go to air, but it's my fault because I jinxed us. So sorry, guys.
But guys, we're still here. Hey, everybody, and we're going to be here for 3 weeks if we can manage to turn the radio on for you and talk. We're driving you all the way to Christmas. 3 weeks, 4 p.m. till 7 p.m.
Yeah, and look, we usually do late nights. So we usually do 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. at night. We usually do 7 a.m. to 9 a.m. So that's why they've given us this, I think, because we were doing a good job. Unsure. What I'd really love is someone to come in and tap us on the shoulder and go, guys, that didn't go as well. You guys haven't been on air for about 10, 15 minutes. We're going to get real good at this. We're going to get real good at intros.
Well, that's the thing. I've already told you guys what's coming up, but I thought I'd tell everybody again. Why don't I tell the Australian listeners, okay? On the way in 10 minutes. We need a bit of honesty from the country. The world's friendliest city has been named. But you know what? We want to know the unfriendliest cities around Australia. If you're one of those, 13, 10, 60. Bit of honesty from the country. Up next, though, if you've got time, because we've wasted...
we may have not have time. There's a champagne shortage. Sorry, Australia.
So we might tell you, we might not. Figure it out after this. Destiny's Child, Jimmy and Nath, driving you home live around the country. Destiny's Child, say my name, driving you home. At least for the next 3 weeks. The Jimmy and Nath Show.
Not sure after our start. And we're not sure if any of this has gone to air, so we're going to introduce ourselves for a third time.
Yeah. Play the show opener, Nath. No, we've done it, guys. How you going? We're Jimmy and Nath. If you missed it, sucked in.
If you're joining us now, you are lucky. That's what you are.
Didn't you miss out?
Yeah.
Didn't you miss out? Hey, we're about to ask a question, 13, 10, 60. Is your city not that friendly? But first of all, we've actually, the first drive caller to the show is called through from Warren Dyke. Please, massive round of applause. Big Mick. Mick, welcome to the show. Hello, Mickey.
G'day, you cunning punch. There you go, and I'd like to welcome you guys to the almost 4 o'clock time slot.
No,
Yeah.
thank you very much, mate. Mick, you listen to us when we normally do late nights, yes? 9 p.m. to 11 p.m.
I might say I've been that direction before.
Yeah,
Thanks, guys, and it's really good to have you on board for the afternoon.
Thanks.
Have us on board like he's in charge.
Yeah, Mick's actually the boss. Mick, were you listening from 4 o'clock?
I was, mate. Yeah, there was a bit of radio silence, but hey, this stuff happens.
So, I mean, what would you say? I mean, advice to us, Mick. So, obviously, we've fallen over at the first hurdle. What can you say to us to get us up, get us going for the remainder of the 3 weeks of radio?
Yeah, start concentrating a little bit and push the right button.
Mick, you can be honest with us. Did you think it was a Nath issue?
I reckon that it could have been, but it's hard to tell when it's dead silent.
Yeah, no, that's fair enough. Yeah.
Can't blame anyone when you
So,
can't hear anything.
I mean, Mick, rip it off like a Band-Aid. Out of 10, how have we started?
Mate, perfectly, because compared to your evening show, that was awesome.
Very good.
We love Mickey.
Oh,
Thank you, mate.
there are late nights people getting involved, guys.
Yeah.
Feel free. 131060. Call anytime with your
anytime.
thoughts.
We'll put you on. Nath, massive round of applause for Melbourne.
Yeah, good on you, Melbourne.
After they've been named the world's friendliest city. It's in a list compiled by UK insurance company William Russell. Melbourne beat out 22 other international favourites, including their rival Sydney, who didn't place.
Oh.
According to a friendly city score of 6.06.
Okay, right. That's pretty good, I think.
It's good. Well, that wins. That was the winning
Okay,
score.
got you.
Paris scored 5.99, they were second.
Okay.
So very close. The company credited Melbourne for being the capital of cool, whose residents are known for their friendliness.
I'll tell you what's funny, like, capital of cool does not sound cool, so all the cool people in Melbourne wouldn't be happy with being called the capital of cool.
I don't know, our boss, Big Boss Sonda, would definitely say that.
She got Captain of Cool tattooed on her arm somewhere, didn't
I
she?
think she actually
Yeah, I
has
think she
cool
did.
on a... You know you're cool when you get it tattooed on
Oh,
yourself.
absolutely.
That's an indicator. But look, I thought stuff these guys, the UK insurance company William Russell. What do they know about us?
No,
What do
exactly.
they know about us here in Australia? And I thought here in Australia we're really good at poking fun of ourselves and being honest.
We've just heard the start of the show.
Yeah, well, I don't think we were making fun of ourselves. I think Mick was making
No, of
fun
course,
of us.
yeah.
But yeah, potato. So what I thought we could do on 131060 is be honest with us, Australia. Is your town not that friendly? So give us a call and be honest wherever you're from, your town, your city, whatever. Just because and go, hey guys, I live here, and yeah, we're not that great.
Not an overly friendly town.
Yeah.
So if there was so are we going to do like awards for the least friendliest town? What do you reckon?
Yeah, I reckon. So everyone can call up. We'll chat to a bunch of people,
Okay.
and then you and I can decide based upon these people who's the least friendliest town.
Okay, so we're looking for a
Australia.
bit of honesty from the good
Yeah.
people of Australia. All right, 131060 Australia, jump on the phones right now. Be honest, is your town not that friendly? Where you live, are they not that friendly? 131060. If you give us a buzz as well, $100 Ampol vouchers to give away. You can refuel and get out of your unfriendly town. 131060. It's Jimmy Nath driving you home. Avicii, Monday afternoon, driving you right into Christmas. It is the Jimmy Nath Show. Hey guys, when you hit 4 till 7 p.m, you got us Monday to Friday.
No, they've just asked that in. Well, we hope so. We don't even know if this is going to air.
Had a few issues to start the show. We push on, guys, because we're radio professionals.
Yeah, we're professional. No, they've just asked 131060. Be honest with us, Australia. Is your town not that friendly? Here in Australia, we love poking fun at ourselves, punching down because, I don't know if you saw, the list came out last week. It named Melbourne as the world's friendliest city, but this was compiled by UK insurance company William Russell.
Yeah, how do they know?
Who's this William bloke? What's he know? Is he
And
living
who's
in a pile
Russell?
of leaves?
Yeah, well, William, get out of there. Russell, I can hear it.
So we thought we'd change it up. Maybe, everyone's planning on travelling around this beautiful country of ours. We're heading into Christmas time, and maybe you can find some place to avoid.
Yeah, absolutely. Tanya from Bringelly. Hi, Tan. We got you there?
Hey, how you going?
We're good, Tan. Now, be honest. Is your town not that friendly?
No, not that friendly at all, mate.
How long have you lived there for, 10?
We've been there for a few years now, but when we first moved in, you get busy with, moving all your stuff around, and
Yep.
we didn't have any water because we're on tank water.
Okay.
Oh, wow.
So we went to a few places, our neighbours, to see if they'd give us some water, and they wouldn't give us any.
They wouldn't give you a basic staple to stay alive.
Can I
A
ask?
couple of the people actually didn't even answer the door. They didn't open the door.
And what, could you see them through a window or something?
Yeah, we knew they were home. The TV was on.
I can see you there. Can I use your tap?
I can see you drinking water in the lounge room, and I need some. That's rough. That's rough.
Jeff from Phillip Island. Jeff, be honest, is your town not that friendly?
Not in tourist time, mate.
Right. Okay.
What's that, Jeff?
What's happened, Jeff?
Because, like, say, as an example, right?
Yep.
School is this week. Every night on the pier, they had this big subby playing, right?
Yep.
You can never hear anything. If you want to travel around in tourist time, actually just go and get something, you can't. If you want to get a pizza, there's like an hour and a half wait. And you just can't go anywhere. So then by the end of it, you're kind of going like, hurry up and go home.
Jeff, has there been a push from the locals to potentially ban schoolies?
Nah, well, you get your Mrs. Mangles, I call them, on the notice boards complaining and everything like that.
Yeah,
They're
okay.
the worst ones.
Right, okay.
But other than that, they're generally pretty good, but their music is just sometimes crap.
So, Jeff, is this it's more of a music thing, Jeff? That's what your complaint is?
Probably the music style isn't too bad, but when it's midnight and they're doing it on a pier because they can't go anywhere, the police don't do anything because there's never no police here. And you just want to go to sleep.
That's fair.
Oh, I can't wait to go to Phillip Island and play some music. Poor old Jeff.
We can eat Toolies.
Karen from Port Macquarie. Hi, Karen.
Hi there. People at Port Macquarie are fuming.
Oh,
Why?
they're
They're so
fuming.
cranky.
Oh, they're
they're-
so angry all the time. Why are they so angry, Karen?
Right now, the lighting of the Christmas tree was an absolute disaster. Bring the community together and light the Christmas tree. Have everyone there. Eventful. No, it wasn't. It was disastrous. The wind uproared it. The hail damaged it. It was just an absolute shameful moment.
So is everyone
Thank
pretty...
God.
Oh, sorry, Karen, you go.
I was going to say, thank God I only seen it on social media. I'm just absolutely ashamed. I'm so cranky.
So you
I'm
did-
actually cranky out here. What didn't go?
It's really upsetting you, Karen.
Karen's ropeable right now. Port Macquarie.
I love when people refer to themselves in third person.
Let's do one more.
Jimmy loves that.
Lisa, so does Nath. Lisa from Ingleburn, wrap things up. Lisa, your town not that friendly.
Well, my town is friendly, so Ingleburn is very friendly, but areas around like eastern suburbs, I find them not that friendly. So I've always been a Western girl. Like I've been in Penrith, I've been in Ingleburn, but when I go for walks in like eastern suburbs, like that coastal walk, no one says hello to you. But you go out for a walk out west, everyone's like, "Hi, how you going?" They have a chat with you.
I'll be honest, Lisa. Yeah, I've done that. It's the Bronte Bondi area. That's what you're talking about. And you say
Yeah.
hello to people, and they freak out. They're like, "What do you want?"
They like have a malfunction, and they're like, "Oh my God, what do I do? What do I do?"
Well, to be fair, Jim, I'd seen you earlier that day, so stop.
Jimmy and Nath will be right back. Everyone has to. Eventually. 104.1 Today FM.
Steady Eddie Sheeran. Celestial as we drive you home live around the country. It is the Jimmy and Nath show. And ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, let us introduce you to our executive producer, Grace, for Gossip Grace.
GOSSIP GRACE. Let's get some gossip with Gossip Grace.
That was the first time I've heard that. That's really good.
You like that one, do
Thank you, Audio Zach.
Audio Balls is his name.
Audio Balls.
We call him Audio Balls.
I don't think I signed off on that one, but that's all right. We'll jump
Also,
into gossip.
Apologies to Audio Balls because he sent many emails to Grace
Yeah.
going, "What do you think of this one?" She never replied, so I took it because he had a different version. That
Hey.
wasn't the first one. No.
Audio Balls, just so you know, that's what it's like, mate, when you're dealing with somebody who's an executive producer like that. Hard talent to deal with.
Sorry.
I replied. I just went, "I think she'll like that one."
It's very
she
good.
Did.
I did. Cher has poked fun at her new relationship with 36-year-old rapper, calling it ridiculous. In an interview for the Kelly Clarkson show, Cher gushed about her budding relationship with Alexander A.E. Edwards.
On paper, it's kind of ridiculous, but in real life, we get along great. He's fabulous, and I don't give men qualities that they don't deserve, you know. But he's very kind. He's very smart. He's very talented, and he's really funny. So, and I think he's quite handsome.
Is that her actual voice?
That's her actual
That's
voice.
not putting it on.
Have you not heard how Cher sounds?
No, well, I don't go on YouTube Cher talking. If I'm Googling Cher, it's a song.
Have you seen Mamma Mia 2?
No.
No.
And you know that. Don't ask and then act
You've been
shocked.
working on this show for going on 5 years. You know we haven't seen Mamma Mia 2.
Well, she's in that and she talks in that. It's not just a singing role.
Yeah.
So if you want to
great.
hear how she sounds in like a fantastic
We're honest
context.
on this show. You know we haven't watched that movie. So don't ask them to be like, what? You haven't seen
And
it?
just so you know, the reason of wanting to listen to Cher talk isn't enough for me to watch that movie.
She has a great voice.
That's not the sell. Hey, if you've never heard Cher speak, go check out this movie.
She's in like 10 minutes of the movie as well. It's very good. She went social media official with AE at the end of November when a fan pointed out the 40-year age difference. Cher is 36 and Dan is... No, the other way around. Dan is 36.
Yeah.
I've lost what I'm talking about.
I was going to say, is Dean there? Should we go to Dean? He wants to chat to us.
Well, you want to talk? Oh, we got Dean. Well, Dean, he's talking to one of the producers at the moment.
Just call
That's
through.
why I kept saying Dan, because I could see it in front of me.
It was really confusing, Grace.
Well, are you guys okay? We're doing National Drive. What's going on?
Cher is 76 and her boyfriend is 36.
I really hope we can chat to Dean. So we can stop this.
Here we go.
Oh, thank God. Okay, Dean. Hello, Dean. We got you there?
Yeah, mate, yep. How you going, guys?
Yeah, we're good, mate. Anything you want to say to just save this?
You guys are awesome. I get up every weekend just to switch the radio on, just to listen to this.
Oh, that's nice.
That's nice. Dean, did you get any of gossip there with Grace? Did you hear any of that?
Yeah, I did. I'm not too sure about Grace's gossip, eh?
Hey, guys. They'll be back. It's Jimmy and Nath. The new 104.1 Today FM Sydney traffic. Guzmani Gomez News. Driving you home, it's Jimmy and Nath. 104.1 Today FM. And if you really need more, and I mean really need it, just grab the podcast on the Listener app.
Certainly is live around the country. You got the Jimmy and Nath show, and guys, we've got a new game. It is called the Age Game. If you want to play, let us guess your age. 13 10 60. Jump on the phones right now. If you've got an age, this is the perfect game for you. Jimmy and Nath's Age Game live next. 13 10 60. Bit of Monday Arvo Pink. Bit of Monday Arvo Jimmy and Nath as we drive you home into Christmas, guys, very soon. What two things do you put together that make people go, what? We're doing that just after 5 o'clock. But now we have a game we would like to introduce to the country. It is called Jimmy and Nath's Age Game.
Jimmy and Nath are asking the question you're not supposed to ask.
Say, how old are you?
I'm 31 years old. It's the Age Game.
Yeah, it certainly is. Jim, everybody has an age. This is where we challenge ourselves to guess how old certain listeners are. It's something everybody can play because everybody's got an age, guys. It's a beautiful game.
Unless you've lost your birth certificate.
I'll make one up. You know, as long as you stick to it, then you can play this game.
There's actually no way of us proving this, by the way. It's real honesty.
It really,
policy.
there's a lot. I mean, you'll learn with the Jimmy and Nath show for the next 3 weeks that we rely a lot on honesty.
Are
you know
we
what I mean?
asking later if you've got good-looking hands?
We certainly are, mate. And again, that is a visual thing. So how this is going to work is, Jim, both you and I are going to ask a couple of questions. We'll both look in an age. If we get it wrong, then our caller wins. That is how the age game works.
Yep.
And playing today from Cooranbong. Hello, Jem. We got you there.
Hey.
Hey, Gemma. What are you up to this afternoon?
I'm just driving home, actually.
Driving home.
Well, it fits the brief of this show, doesn't it? Driving
I've got to say, this is actually the first time I've heard you guys, so...
That's,
okay.
thank you.
I thought that was going to follow with a compliment, but I mean, it didn't.
Just factual.
You cut in too quickly. No, I really loved you guys. You're really entertaining. It's good.
Oh, thank you.
Good on you, Jem. Well done, producers, telling you to say that. Good on you, Gemma.
Jem, if you...
They did.
Jem, if you like us...
Even though you started late.
Yeah, well,
Fair enough.
Let's
Yeah.
not relive that moment. But Jem, next year we'll be on late nights, 9 to 11, weekends, 7 to 9. You can also download the Listener app and get us wherever you go.
Okay, sounds good.
Good on you, Jem. All right. Jem, what do you like to do on weekends? This is where we ask you a few questions, try and figure out your age. What do you like to do on the weekend?
So I usually go to the gym or go for a run.
What kind of gym? Do you want to shout your gym out? Who are they?
Anytime Fitness at Morisset.
Anytime, anywhere.
Goodness.
Anytime Fitness will get you there. I think that's the... I don't know if they spend on this show. But
slogan.
yeah.
Gemma, you said you were driving home. Where are you driving home from? Where are you leaving? What were you doing?
Newcastle.
Newcastle. What were you doing in Newey?
So I work at Pet Stock.
Yep.
But I'm currently just doing like a call in to look after someone else's animals.
Oh, okay.
You married, Jem?
No, I'm not.
Careful, mate.
Wanna be? Got any kids, Jem?
No.
Okay. Got any pets?
I have lots.
What's your favourite pet?
I can't answer that one. I just can't. It's
That's the question you can't answer. Everything else, married, kids, what have you been up to, blood type?
All right, Jem, stay there. We are going to try and figure out your age, okay?
Okay.
All right, you stay there, and Jim, this is where you and I are in the business end.
Did we have that fun music? Or you lost
Yeah,
that?
I lost it.
This isn't that
I'll
fun.
find it
This
for
is a
next
bit
time we play
serious.
it. Well, it's a bit too serious for you, isn't it? Well,
Just kill the music.
Yeah, what do you want like this? How about... You want that?
This is too inspirational.
Oh, Jesus, God, you need
You had music
What about
for this.
No. Still no? Not fitting the brief?
All right, no music.
Silence it is.
We've got Gemma on the line, Nath. She's driving home from Newcastle. She had to go do some stuff at Petstock.
Yep.
On the weekends, she loves to go to gym, Anytime Fitness, or go for a run. She is not married. She doesn't have kids. She loves pets, and she can't answer the question, what is your favourite pet?
Yeah, which is a clear giveaway of her age, because I reckon... I've got an age locked in. Have you got an age, Jim?
I am just going to write something down again. It's closest without... Is it just closest?
Closest without going over. I mean, Producer Grace, what's the rules of this game again? Is it closest without going over?
I think we just guess the age.
Yeah, good one. Okay. I'm locking in 27. Jim is also locked in 27. Wow, same age, same income. No. Gemma, we are locking in 27. Are you 27?
No, I'm not. I wish.
How old are you, Jim?
I actually just turned 37.
Oh, 37!
You sound... You have such a youthful voice, Jem.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah. I mean, no help for us, though, because we've still got it wrong.
All across Australia, they're driving you home. Yes, you. It's Jimmy and Nath. The new 104.1 Today FM Sydney traffic. Up to 70% off. Australia, you know what time it is.
I'm on my way. I'll only have a teeth that's a little bicky.
You're thinking about the accompanying snack.
Oh, I'll dunk it in there. Love that.
All across Australia, it's Jimmy and Nath, and they're driving you home.
Oh, stop it. Happy Monday, Arvo, good people of Australia. We're here to get you home. How you going? We are Jimmy and Nath. The lovely lady is Producer Grace as well. And we normally do nights. We're normally on 9 p.m. to 11 p.m. We normally do weekend breakfast, but for some reason they've given us the keys to the kingdom, and we're here driving you home up until Christmas, Jim.
Yes, I believe we've got Carrie and Tommy's blessing. I think, at least. Our boss, Big Boss Son, is their boss as well. So.
Yes. So
we can chat to Sonda. I mean, Sonda, are you there? Do we have the blessing of...
Yep, I'm here, and they think you're wonderful.
Oh, great. That doesn't mean blessing, no. That doesn't. Did they say it's okay, Son?
They would prefer if you weren't doing it, and we were replaying them, but, you know, they do really like you, so
Yeah,
don't break the show or the time slot, thanks.
Well, we haven't had a good start. I mean, we were off air at the start,
Yeah,
but
no,
we figured it out, guys, so don't worry about it.
Well, I was about to say we had a good hour, but really it was 50 minutes. Sonda, you're our boss. Big Boss Son, how do you think we're going? What's your feedback so far?
I think the best break that you did was the one that you did at 4 p.m. that no one heard. It didn't make it to air.
I don't know.
And,
well, you know, the good thing is, okay, so how about this, Australia? The good thing is that was recorded. While it didn't go anywhere, we still have it. So what we'll do is we'll slap it in the podcast, and you'll be able to hear the first one that no one heard and the second one. And you can see and you can decide if you think which one is better.
It's exclusive content that you can vote on only if you get the listener app. Listen to the podcast, guys. Perfect.
Spotify, Apple Music, wherever you get your podcast from, it'll be up, I think, after the show.
Yep.
So you can hear the break that no one heard.
Yeah,
that
absolutely.
our boss thinks is the best thing so far.
All right, well, Big Boss on permission to continue broadcasting for another hour.
you're doing an outstanding job. You guys are joy, and I love you. Keep going.
Amazing. Grace, I know you said 2 hours, but let's take it 1 hour at a time, right? Okay. All right, guys, on the way for your 5 p.m. Inside 10 minutes, get this, 13, 10, 60. What two things do you put together that makes people go, what? What two things do you put together that makes people go, what? We're asking that very soon. Also, we're launching a big campaign we need Australia involved in. Before 6, your chance to be involved. I'll give you a hint. If you can wave, we need you. Tell you more very soon. Jimmy and Nath driving you home into Christmas.
I was so high, I did not recognize the
Maroon 5, This Love. It is the Jimmy and Nath show right around Australia, driving you home 4 p.m. till 7 p.m, guys. We're here for the next 3 weeks.
Yeah, up until the 23rd of December, just before Christmas. And Nathan, glad you mentioned that, because it can be a difficult time for people over this period while we're all being festive. It can be a little hard. I'd like to remind everyone that Lifeline is always available 13 11 14 if you do need to speak with someone immediately. I've called them many times. Good people. And Nath, speaking of mental health and hard times, you can follow this under stuff that's not surprising. The mental health of Australians, in particular young Australians, took a major hit during the COVID-19 pandemic.
Yeah. Shocked me.
So this new data comes from the annual Household Income and Labour Dynamics in Australia, the HILDA survey, they call it. It has detailed how Australians coped with the first year of the COVID-19 pandemic. The report found Australians in their 55 to 64 and 65 and over age groups consistently reported better mental health relative to other age groups.
Sure.
Older people were like, hey, I'm living. I'm happy. I've got my feet up, watching the telly.
Okay. So younger people cooped inside.
Yeah, most notably, the sharp declines in mental health were for the 15 to 24 and the 25 to 34 age groups.
It's interesting. I was talking to somebody the other day who's recently graduated high school, right? Or graduated a couple of years ago, right in the middle of...
I was going to say, who do you know? What friends do you have that I'm not aware of?
I just came back from schoolies.
Totally, you were, yeah.
But right in the middle of that graduation period where a lot of people were going out, catching up with friends and going out for the first time, and this particular person wasn't able to do that. So now it's been 3 years since she's left school, and she doesn't know how to go out, essentially. She's learning for the first time with a lot of her friends. But during that period, it was really tough for a lot of those younger people.
I was chatting to my physio the other day. She's got younger kids, and she was saying how, I didn't even realise, I didn't even think about it, because I don't have kids, but most sports carnivals, swimming carnivals, all that stuff that I lived for as a kid, just didn't happen.
Absolutely. It was all canned.
There's you imagine there's kids in year 3, who've never had a swimming carnival till this year. They're like, we do what?
Yeah, well, even a lot of...
Swim there and back?
Yeah, the students weren't able to go into school. A lot of the time, their formative years where you're learning to develop relationships and make friends and all that kind of stuff, and they weren't able to do so for such a long period of time. I mean, you talk about places like Victoria, who had one of the longest lockdowns in the world.
Yeah.
Wild.
So between 2011 and 2020, the average mental health worsened for young adults by almost 10%. Which is really sad. I mean, Nath, you and I, we just finished up November.
Yeah.
And there's some, real scary statistics, around suicide and depression and that we've covered on the show. But, again, I'd like to remind people that Lifeline 13 11 14 or the suicide callback service is available 1300 659 467. But yeah, it's just, it's stats like these and things like these that you never, like reading. But I think it's, we're really big here on the Jimmy Nath Show. I know I myself, Jimmy, has spoken about my battles with depression and anxiety, and that's, constantly a fight forever. But I feel like, we have to continue to talk about these all the time. It's not
Absolutely
just the months of November, or whether it's, Are You OK Day, or, whatever. There's so many great organisations doing great work in that space. But yeah, it's a conversation that we always need to have.
Jimmy and Nath are driving you home.
Lucky girl, she got me.
Sam Smith, Kim Petras, Unholy, the Jimmy and Nath Show, driving you home into summer, guys.
Nath, I want to ask now on 131060. We've mentioned it throughout the show, but Australia, what 2 things do you put together that make people go, what? Because, Nath, it is the season to mix milk with Pepsi.
Is it?
According to Pepsi.
Okay, sure.
So Pepsi launched a campaign Thursday encouraging customers to try the combination of milk and Pepsi and use the hashtag Pilkin Cookies.
Oh, it's got its own hashtag, does it?
Do you get Pilkin Cookies?
Yeah, Pepsi milk.
Yeah, Pepsi milk.
Pilkin Cookies. Yeah, I've got clever marketing, Pepsi. You picked it up. Well done. Nothing goes over my head, mate.
Because they've said, use the hashtag Pilkin Cookies, and then in brackets they've got, as in Pepsi plus milk.
Oh, they didn't explain it.
Yeah.
Oh, it's a hashtag with a hashtag explaining.
Nothing's funnier than when you have to explain it.
Oh, mate, we do that a lot on this show. So.
Those who participate in the online challenge running through till Christmas Day will have a chance to win cash.
Oh, stop it. Cash.
We love that. Now, Lindsay Lohan is in charge of this campaign. Okay. Now, do we have some audio here?
I do have some audio. Do you want it?
Yeah, let's have a listen. So this is Lindsay Lohan encouraging us to mix Pepsi and milk.
That is one dirty soda, Santa.
Did Audio Balzac make that? Because that's a beautiful production behind that.
Isn't that lovely?
It's really good. Yeah.
Makes me want to pour a glass of Pepsi and
Does
milk.
it ever? I am dehydrated.
Yeah. So what I thought we'd do, go to the phones, 13 10 60. What do you think? Because there are things, Nath, that people put together that go, what?
Yeah, wow. People do this all the time.
Yeah.
And a lot of the time
Doesn't,
it's like
doesn't have to be drinks, by the way. It could be food.
anything. Well, a lot of the time it's a passed down thing. You know, a lot of
Yeah.
families do it and they go, oh, my grandmother used to do this, so I'll do it all the time. Dan has given us a call. Hey, Dan, we got you there?
Yep.
Hey, Dan, what two things you put together that make people go, wow?
So it's Nutella and cheese.
Nutella and cheese?
Yeah, it's real good.
Okay.
No.
What kind of cheese, Dan, and how do you put it together? Talk us through it.
So you'd get like a thick layer of Nutella, whatever Nutella you really got,
Yep.
and then you go like AC cheese, either grated or like the block cheese.
Yep.
And then you whack it in the microwave for about like 30 seconds, and then you like it infuses all together, and then it's unreal.
So do you mix it together and then what? Eat it with a spoon out of a bowl?
No, so you put on some bread.
Oh, you put it on bread?
Mate, you put it on bread, Jim, clearly. I mean, come
Sorry,
on. You put
I'm
it on
the
bread.
idiot.
Yeah, you put it on bread. Dan, when you do this in front of other people, or you tell other people, I mean, you've told the country now, so sorry, brother. What are their thoughts after you do this?
Pretty disgusted. They think I'm pretty dirty.
Okay, but Dan, you're adamant that this tastes good.
Yeah, absolutely.
How often are you eating this, Dan?
Oh, eat it probably like 4 times a week at lunch.
4 times? Have you had what about a normal, like peanut butter on bread or a muesli bar, Dan?
Nah. The go-to is pretty good, just Nutella and cheese.
Dan, how did you come up with this? How did you find this out?
I was probably about like 8 or so in the kitchen, and I really wanted a sandwich, and then I was tossed between a cheese sandwich or a Nutella sandwich, and then I was like, oh, why not fuse them together?
Why not both? ¿Por qué no los dos? There you go. All right, 13 10 60 Australia. Jump on the phones right now. What two things do you put together? It can be food, it can be drink, whatever, that just makes people go, wow. 13 10 60. Jump on the phones. It's Jimmy Nath. Brittany. Monday Arvo, driving you home 3 till 7 p.m. No, 4 till 7 p.m. When are we on? How long are we on for? How long are we on for?
As long as we want.
We're not leaving. We're not leaving. I'm not leaving. It is the Jimmy and Nath Show. Welcome, everybody. We just asked the question, 13 10 60. What two things do you put together that make people go, wow?
No, this is after Pepsi. They've come out with a new campaign called Pilk and Cookies. So this Christmas you should put Pepsi and milk out for Santa.
Yeah.
That's what he really wants.
Oh, I bet he does.
Yeah.
Santa's going to be like, no.
Get up Christmas morning, go, Mummy, Daddy, he ate the cookies, but he didn't touch the pilk.
Now, shock me. Now, before we go to the phones, Audio Balls has.
You right, mate?
No, I'm not, because I'm thinking about Santa. I'm thinking about Santa drinking pilk, and I'm like, I'm not leaving that out for Santa. I'm not leaving that out for him. Audio Balls, what two things do you put together that make people go, wow?
Well, boys, I go with Oreos and French onion dip.
No. What?
No.
As in you dip it
No,
in?
no. Hear me out. Okay, no. So I'm not doing the usual dip. Open the Oreo, right?
Yep.
You take out the cream and you replace the Oreo cream with French onion dip and make a little bit of a sandwich.
So what do you do with do you lick off the cream?
You
or
know,
you...
eat it. Eat the cream. Eat the cream for sure.
Okay.
Where did you come up with this?
When?
Yeah, like why?
Oh, why? That's another question. I don't know.
Slow
Too much time, too much gluttony. That's where I'm at.
Jake from Hobart. Jake, what two things do you put together that makes people go, wow, wow, wow?
So Cocoa Pops, no milk, but instead rhubarb relish.
What? Cocoa Pops, no. So dry Cocoa Pops with rhubarb relish.
Yep.
I mean,
again, how did you come up with this, Jake?
So I was about 10 years old, and you know when like every Australian's had that deathly urge to have Cocoa Pop?
Yep.
Yeah, still have it, yeah.
Like when you get that craving. Well, sad old me had no milk, and the only kind of liquid solution I had was rhubarb relish.
Okay.
I wasn't a real savage, and I wasn't going to dip it in water.
Yeah, no,
you're not an animal,
yeah, you're not an
Jake.
idiot.
Come on.
And yeah, the best meal invention was born.
And how often do you have this now, Jake?
Oh, I haven't had it for probably about 15 years, but let's not go there.
He grew up. Christy from Wangaratta. Christy, what two things you put together that makes people go, wow?
Vegemite and salad.
Vegemite in a salad.
Like, no, Vegemite on the bread, and then you put your meat and your salad on it.
Oh,
right.
So it's a key ingredient in a sandwich.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Okay, I mean,
I actually don't think that's not the strangest one we've had so far.
No, it's not the strange. Well, you think that's normal, is it?
Sorry, mate. He said Cocoa Pops and rhubarb chutney.
Karen from Wagga. Karen, what two things do you put together that makes people go, what?
Fresh strawberries
Mm.
dipped in Macca's sweet and sour sauce.
Okay, this is it. How did you come up with this one, Karen?
So we were at work one day and we had this thing where we'd always getting nuggets from and going through drive-through, getting
Yep.
nuggets and
Yeah.
sweet and sour sauce. And I was trying to be on a health kick at one stage and I had this punnet of strawberries. I'm like, oh, okay. So I've just done the whole dunk strawberry. Oh, wow, this actually worked.
Do you think Karen Macca should offer this on the menu?
Yeah. Actually, yeah.
You're not sold.
You never know. Let's not knock it till you try it.
Yeah, that's fair.
No, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Thank you, Karen. Aziz from Melbourne, wrap things up. Aziz, what two things you put together that makes people go, what?
Well, let me set the story right here, guys. I'm a Lebanese background, right? And
Yep.
we have peanuts and cashews every time someone comes over. So I thought one day I'll try Coke and peanuts together. And it's just salted peanuts in your Coke on a cup. You just pour the Coke into a cup, put your peanuts in there. You put about 30 or 40 peanuts in there, and you drink it at the same time. And just that crush and that fizz is just the best.
So you drop the peanuts in like they're like a hydrolyte or something?
Correct.
And then-
So it just fizzes up, and it's even you get that little buzz in your mouth that you're drinking your Coke and your peanuts at the same time.
Yeah, so you sip this cup, which has got 30, 40 peanuts and Coke in. Do you drink the liquid first, then eat the peanuts, or is it like an all?
Both at the same time.
Both at the same
so
time.
You're drinking and the peanuts at the same time, and then when you run out of peanuts, you add some extra more, and you add extra Coke again.
Have you ever branched down and done like a cashew and a Fanta?
No, I actually haven't. It's just always been Coke and cashews or peanuts. And now half of my friends have all got onto the trend, and they all do it now too.
So how many people are having peanuts and Coke?
Oh, depending if I've got 12 friends over, probably half of us are doing it, and the other half are looking at us like we're absolute idiots.
Yeah, we'd be in that half. I think.
Jimmy and Nath will be right back. Everyone has to eventually. 104.1 Today FM. Sydney. The new 104.1 Today FM. Sydney traffic. Up to 70%.
Kygo, Whitney, High Love, live around the country. You got the Jimmy and Nath show driving you home for your Monday afternoon. We're here for 3 weeks, guys, 4 till 7 p.m, Jim.
Yeah, look, and if you still want to get involved with what two things do you put together that make you go, what?
Wow.
Well, not make you, make other people. You do it yourself.
It makes you go, what?
I guess first time you do it, you're like, so Cocoa Pops and rhubarb relish.
I'm crazy. And then you eat it and you're like, oh my God.
Look, we're still taking suggestions on the socials at Jimmy and Nath if you'd like to get involved, and also if you're enjoying the show, give us a follow at Jimmy and Nath
let us
because our bosses love it when we have a lot of followers. Nath and I don't. We're not the Abby Chatfield, Tommy Carey level.
No.
So it's just a good way to vote. You know what I mean?
Mate, we're just a couple of pluggers having a real go at it. That's all we are, mate.
But if you do follow us and you hate the show, unfollow us. I mean, it's like instant feedback.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Very soon, just after 6 o'clock, this is huge. Australian football royalty is joining the show to help us unpack the World Cup. John Aloisi, Jim. John, how's that for a first guest on the show?
It doesn't get any bigger.
Who booked him? Can't believe it. John Aloisi to unpack
Harry
the World
Kewell.
Cup.
No, give me John Aloisi.
What do you mean? John Aloisi joins us live to unpack the World Cup very soon. And up next, this is massive. Probably one of the biggest moments on the show because we are launching a campaign that Australia, we need your help for. We'll tell you what that is after this.
Hey, guys! They'll be back. It's Jimmy and Nath. The new 104.1 Today FM. Sydney traffic. Up to 7.
Forget me, it is the Jimmy and Nath show driving you home, right in Christmas for the next 3 weeks, guys. And Jim, there's a mission. There is a mission that we've been talking about that we need Australia's help with because we cannot do it alone. And that mission, Australia, is to save the wave.
Jimmy and Nath are here to save the wave.
It's a concern the Jimmy and Nath show has been having for a very long time. And that is that the courtesy wave, aka the thank you wave, when somebody lets you in while you're driving, or when you let somebody else in, is slowly dying. It is slowly leaving our shores, and Jim, we are making it our mission. No, we are making it Australia's mission to bring it back and save the wave, the courtesy wave, guys. That is what we're trying to do.
Yep, it's something we've been talking about on our, if you don't know, we're Jimmy and Nath, by the way, and we do late nights here. We also do weekend breakfast. Now we do drive.
Yes.
If you haven't figured it out, we'll say yes to anything. And yeah, we figured out a lot of people with us around Australia agree that the wave is gone, whether that be the wave you give for letting someone else in. So you go, no, mate, go ahead. And then they get in, you go, hey, you're welcome.
Yeah.
Or the wave you give when someone lets you in, which someone goes, hey, you can come in front of me. And you go, hey, thanks for that.
Now, this is something...
They've done the nice thing.
Absolutely.
You've waved it and they... Nothing.
We should be waving all the time, guys. And Jim, this is something that you and we've had a concern for years, and we've never brought it to the radio until now, until we have the ability to get as many Australians as we can involved, which is why we stopped it on nights and weekends, because a lot of people wanted to get involved. And here's the beauty of it, Australia, you can. The good news is you can, and we need you to get involved. And we are calling these people Wave Warriors. So 131060, Australia, if you want to be an official Wave Warrior, jump on the phones right now. If you don't know what a Wave Warrior is, these are people who are literally putting their hand up to put their hand up and wave to everybody they see on the road to help bring it back, Jim. We need the help.
Yep, so for the next 2 weeks, we're going to be enlisting as many Wave Warriors as we can. Again, very simple, 131060. Give us a call. We even send you a fun bumper sticker.
Yeah, a specific Wave Warrior sticker.
There's one behind you, Nath, that says Jimmy and Nath Wave Warriors, and there's a little picture of a hand waving.
Oh, it says what it does on the tin, which is really good.
It says what it does on the tin. So we'll send you that because we're doing that for 2 weeks. Because, Nath, on the third week of us doing National Drive, we are going to drive from Melbourne to Townsville. Yes, all across the East Coast, up the East Coast. Apologies to our friends in South Australia and Western Australia.
We tried to make it work, but we didn't have 3 weeks.
we did try to drive Sydney to Perth. That's another story. We couldn't make it work with timing. Our bosses want us to be in studios. But yes, we're going to drive from Melbourne to Townsville. We're going to wave to as many people along the way and see, with your help, Australia, if we can save the wave.
Absolutely, and that's all thanks to Budget Car Rental as well. Hit the road with Budget Car Rental for your next adventure and take the hassle out of your journey. Budget Car Rental. Get the goods. Get to the good stuff. Head to budget.com.au to get to the good stuff sooner. People are flocking in to become Wave Warriors. We've already got one. Nathan from Frankston. Hello, Nath.
G'day, boys. How are we doing?
We are good, mate. Would you like to be an official Jimmy Nath Wave Warrior to help save the wave?
Absolutely. The wave is going. I'm not happy about it. I wanted to keep it going. And, particularly, when you're in sort of tight streets and, letting people go and, I'm annoyed at the amount of people that aren't giving me waves. And it's frustrating. It really is.
It can ruin your day, Nathan.
Yeah, it's on the way. I get out of bed, bounce out of bed, look and go to work, and then just letting people in and just not getting a wave. It just doesn't start the day off right. You're absolutely right.
Well done to you, mate. You are an official Wave Warrior, Nath. You're going to get a special bumper sticker, okay, and you're going to help us on our quest to save the wave. Good on you, Nath.
Thanks, boys. I'll stick it with my mixed mug. Thanks, boys.
A mixed mug, of course.
Wow.
Mug's made by my dad. Don't have time to explain it. Jack! Jack! Hello,
Australia's
Jack.
just going, what?
G'day, lads. How are you?
We're good, brother. Would you like to be an official Jimmy Nath Wave Warrior? Help us hashtag save the wave.
I certainly do. Yeah, it's a bit sad that we have to be having this conversation, but, we're here.
Look, honestly, Jack, that's the thing that Nathan and I were umming and ahhing about for a while. We're like, I don't even want to talk about this. It's a bit... We shouldn't have to be. But Jack, you know what? No, we have to, because guess what? We're going to bloody save it, and we're going to bloody bring it back.
Oh, oath, mate.
Yeah, good. Jack had to stop himself from swearing. He was so passionate. Good on you, Jack. You are an official Wave Warrior. You're going to get yourself a bumper sticker, okay, bro?
Yeah, cheers, boys. Thank you.
Good on you, mate. All right, Australia, this is your opportunity. 131060. This is where you jump on the phones right now and you become an official Wave Warrior. It is a movement. We are saving the wave. We are making sure it doesn't go anywhere. You want to be a Jimmy Nath Wave Warrior? You call 131060. We do it next. Timberland, Kerry Hilson, the way I are live around Australia. It is the Jimmy and Nath Show. We are driving you home 4 till 7, Monday to Friday, and there's a mission we need Australia's help with because we can't do it alone, and that mission is to save the wave.
Jimmy and Nath are here to save the wave.
That's right, it's a concern that the Jimmy and Nath Show has had for a while. That is the courtesy wave, the thank you wave you either give or you get from somebody whilst driving is slowly dying, Jim, and we need the help of Australia to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. We are hashtag saving the wave with our wave warriors, who are our ambassadors, who are literally raising their hand to raise their hand and wave.
Now, if I can, Nath, I'd like to welcome everyone that's maybe listening to the show for the first time.
Yes.
Now, your pals Jimmy and Nath are aware there's some time zone differences around this beautiful country of ours. And if you missed it, we are driving from Melbourne to Townsville on the last week leading up until Christmas. Our last show, the 23rd of December, will be live from Townsville.
Yes.
But look,
if all things go to plan.
Yes, but we want to... yeah, so many things can go wrong. But we want to save the wave all across Australia. So if you can't get through on the phones, maybe you're one of our beautiful friends and family over there in Perth in WA. There's a 3-hour time difference. You can hit us up on Instagram at Jimmy and Nath. Just send us your details, send us your name, your postal address, and we can send out a Wave Warrior sticker to you.
And you will become a Wave Warrior, because we are enlisting as many as we can.
Yeah, because this is an issue that's happening all around Australia. So again, if you can't get through on the phones, at Jimmy Nath on Instagram, give us a follow, message us, and we can send that sticker to you.
Let's go to Craig. Craig, you're welcome to the show. Would you like to be an official Wave Warrior, Craig?
I would love to, boys.
Bang, you're in. Craig, you talk us through it. Are you having an issue with the wave leaving our shores?
Do you know, a moment ago I just let someone in at the lights and they didn't give me a wave. Very disappointing.
And Craig, describe the feeling when somebody doesn't wave to you after you've definitely let them in traffic.
Oh, it feels like someone's just need me right in the gentleman's area. You know? I've done them a favour and they haven't even taken 2 seconds out of the day to go, you know what, thanks, mate.
Craig, can I ask you, what's worse, being kicked in the balls or not getting a wave?
Mate, it's a close one, but not getting a wave. Happens more often.
Yes.
I'd be worried if you're being necked in the balls.
Well done, you, Craig, an official Wave Warrior. Tori from Geelong. Hi, Tori.
Hi, how are you?
We're good. Actually, you know what? We're not good. We're not good. We're worried.
Yeah, you know what? Neither am I.
Okay, tell us why you're not okay, Tori.
Because it's just ridiculous. I'm actually the president of Get the Hell Out of the Right Lane. Yeah, so that's something strong to me. I'm actually the only one a part of the movement at the moment. Hopefully you guys can help me out there.
Tori, how about we'll save the wave and next year we'll get people out of the right-hand lane.
Okay.
It's a longer bumper sticker. It's a longer bumper sticker.
One driving-related problem at a time.
Tori, are you happy to be an official Jimmy and Nath Wave Warrior? Help us, hashtag save the wave.
Look, mate, I think I need to.
Yeah, you do. It's a feeling, isn't it? It's like it's a duty that you're born to do, Tori. Would you agree?
Yeah, this is my calling.
Absolutely.
That
well done.
The right lane thing.
Yeah, but that's next year's court.
Yeah.
Gus from Sydney. Gus, would you like to be an official Wave Warrior, Gussie?
Absolutely, fellas.
My man. Okay. Now, Gus, you're in Sydney. I've done a bit of driving in Sydney as well. Few issues with non-wavers, Gussie.
A lot of issues. I grew up in the country. Everyone waves out there. Everyone's friendly. No one waves in Sydney. Literally just drove home, didn't see one.
Gussie, where did you grow up? Whereabouts?
Leeton area.
Leeton, okay. I grew up in Gundawindi. Same thing. You go home, everyone waves, mate. They're all big wavers. You come to the city, come to the big smoke, they don't want to wave to you.
No, got to promote it, get everyone going.
Gus, so you're happy to be a wave warrior. What kind of things will you do to ensure that Australia continues to wave on our roads?
I'm just trying to promote as many waves as possible. Get everyone going, tell some friends, see if they want to become wave warriors. We'll see.
And you'll stick the bumper sticker on, won't you, Gussie?
Oh, absolutely, yeah.
My man, good on you, Gussie. Another wave warrior enlisted, Diane, also from Sydney. Di, would you like to be an official Jimmy and Nath wave warrior?
Absolutely, you can count me in.
Okay, Diane, is this an issue that you've been facing on the roads?
Well, I have a theory. First of all, it's actually a habit for me to wave and say thank you.
Love that.
And I actually expect it when I let somebody in. But I have a theory that people are probably from overseas, because when I went overseas and was driving, I had a habit of saying thank you when they let me in. And I was told by relatives not to do that because they think I'm flipping them the bird.
Diane, were you flipping them the bird?
No, I was saying thank you.
It is a difference between
Obviously,
5 fingers
they're erratic drivers,
and one.
and they don't say thank you. There's none of that kindness happening on the road. So I just...
Diane, we'll bring it back.
Yeah, just put it in my hand.
We'll bring it back. Okay.
We'll bring it back.
So you are a wave warrior. You're not a bird badger. You're not anything like that. So good on you, Diane. Amber Lee from Newcastle. Thanks for joining the show. Would you like to be a wave warrior, Amber Lee?
Absolutely. So you know what? I thought there was something wrong with me because I felt like I was the only one on the road that was passionate about the fact that I would always give a wave and not get it in return. or I'd let someone in and I wouldn't get it back. And I'm thinking, am I the only one that's blood boils over this situation? Like, it's so easy to be nice, be kind, everyone be patient, travel safely, and just give someone a wave. 100% I'm a wave warrior because we need more kindness. I've had enough.
Amber Lee.
I've had enough.
Take a bow. Give yourself a wave. You are a wave warrior. I can hear the passion in your voice, Amber Lee. Welcome to the Wave Warriors. You're getting yourself a bumper sticker, okay?
Thanks, boys. Appreciate it.
Amber Lee, before we let you go, what do you want to say to Australia right now who are listening, who aren't waving? What do you want to say to those people, Amber Lee?
Australia, you never know what people are going through. You never know how tough someone's day is. Be kind. If someone lets you in, give them a wave. And if they don't, you make sure they know that you're there and you keep waving till you get that wave.
All across Australia, they're driving you home. Yes, you. It's Jimmy and Nath. The new 104.1 Today FM Sydney traffic. Up to 70% up. Australia, you know what time it is.
I'm on my way. I'll only have a teeth that's a little bicky.
You're thinking about the accompanying snack.
Oh, I'll dunk it in there. Love that.
All across Australia, it's Jimmy and Nath, and they're driving you home.
Oh, there you go, Australia. The 1st December Monday. It is done and dusted. Bravo to you, and let me introduce you to us, hey? We are Jimmy and Nath. We're here to drive you home this summer, right up until Christmas, 4 till 7 p.m. This is Nath talking to you now. Hey, guys, how you going?
This is Jimmy. This is how I sound.
Yeah, changes his voice every hour. He's like a chameleon of radio.
I just thought we've got to take Drive seriously, so I'm trying to add a new voice. I mean, regularly I sound like this.
Oh, I see.
But for Drive, this is my serious voice. You know I'm serious when I sound like this.
And then this is producer Grace.
I don't know if I love your serious voice.
All right, Jimmy, stop doing the voice.
Why do you guys take me seriously? Nah, look, I'll go back. How about that? How's my
That's
regular
better.
voice?
You have a nice voice. I just don't think you should shy away from using it.
Okay.
You do have a nice voice. I think my nanny Lynn, who we do get on the show a lot, my grandmother, she said that your voice is sexy.
She did.
Because my 80-year-old grandmother said that to you. So you've got that demographic.
Yeah,
down pat.
mate, the 80-year-olds love me. I believe that she did, Nanny Lynn, she did say my voice sexy, and producer Grace said something very inappropriate after
Yeah, which
that.
we're not going to repeat here and now because there are children in the car, Jimmy.
And also, I don't need the image in my head, guys. So
Australia, you could figure it out.
I've still got an hour of radio to go. Normally, we do nights. We normally do late nights, 9 p.m. to 11. We also do weekend breakfast. You may have heard us there. If not, welcome to the show, guys. And this is the thing. Everybody that joins the show, everybody that listens to the show, even if it's for just 10 seconds, you are part of the Jimmy and Nath family.
And look,
so
if you
welcome
do
to the
love
family.
it, give us a follow at Jimmy Nath on the socials, and you can see all the fun we get up to behind the scenes.
Oh, fun, flirtatious frivolity. Would you just...
FFF.
Yeah? Careful, mate. Still kids in the
Talking
car.
about Nanny Lynn again.
All right, guys, on the way for your 6 p.m. inside 10 minutes. Do you have good-looking hands? Do you have good-looking hands? We're doing that very soon. Next, though, this is huge. Australian football royalty joins the show to help unpack the World Cup. He was a Socceroo for over 10 years. Current coach of the Western Sydney Wanderers, John Aloisi. After this, Jimmy and Nath. Don't forget a BB Rexha. You've got the Jimmy and Nath show to drive you home this summer. Welcome, everybody. Welcome to the family.
Nathan, I need you to get the round of applause ready for football royalty.
Oh, yes.
This bloke was the first Australian ever to play and score in La Liga, Premier League and Serie A. This man scored the decisive penalty against Uruguay in the 2006 FIFA World Cup playoffs.
I've got it if you want.
Yeah?
Okay, this is the moment he scored the goal. Do you want to hear it?
Here's Aloisi for a place in the World Cup. He scored! Australia have done it!
That goal meant Australia qualified for the FIFA World Cup for the first time in 2006, and that was since 1974. In addition to English, he also speaks Italian and Spanish. We were thinking about doing this interview in Italian or Spanish, but then realised neither you or me speak Italian or Spanish.
Me hablo un poco español.
Hey! His new documentary, or the new documentary is a part of United, launches December 7th on 10 Play. Please welcome to the show, John Aloisi!
Oh, John, welcome.
Oh, thanks, boys. Great to be on. And if you want to do it in Spanish, that wasn't too bad. That's a good start.
Okay, muy bueno, John, would you say?
Sí, muy bien, muy bien.
I think that means good.
John, how are you feeling now? I guess, just reflecting on the World Cup and the Socceroos exit in the round of 16. Are you euphoric still in how far we went and how well we did, or you're still a little bit sad the way things ended with Argentina?
No, really proud. Proud of the boys, how well they did and how they represented our nation. That every time you put on the green and gold, you expect them to play like they did, and they didn't disappoint. They were so positive in the way they played. They showed that Aussie spirit, that mentality, and they didn't take a backward step against one of the best teams in the world at the moment, and arguably the best player of all time, Lionel Messi. So we're unlucky. We pushed them all the way, and we could have got a draw and maybe taken extra time, but really proud of the boys.
Hey, John, speaking of Messi, the best player in the world, I saw a few of the players were copping a bit of heat for taking a selfie with him.
Trying to get his jersey as well.
Trying to get his jersey, taking a selfie with him. I would 100% do this. If he's the best player in the world and I'm playing against him and he's in the locker room, even if I'm not playing, I'm asking for a selfie. Your thoughts on this, John? Would you take a photo with him if you saw him there?
Look, I never did that when I was playing, but that's probably because the cameras were so old back then. I couldn't carry it around with me. But if it was Messi, maybe I would have waited after the game. Look, they're copying a lot of crap for it, but you have to think, during the game, they didn't shy away from Messi. They were up in his face. They didn't shy away from a couple of tackles. So they respect him, but they didn't fear him. And after the game was done. Why wouldn't you take a photo of such a great player?
Oh, John, I would have been taking TikToks on the field with him if it was me, so I reckon it's okay.
John, what about you? Did you ever swap jerseys with, what's the best jersey you got outside of your own in your collection?
Yeah, I swapped a few jerseys. David Beckham when he was at Real Madrid. So that wasn't a bad one. It's not like I went chasing him. I think we were the only two English speaking at that time during the game, so he understood me. I didn't think he understood Spanish, so yeah, I got his jersey. That's probably the best one.
John, did anyone want to come up to you and go, "Oh, it's John Aloisi, I'd love to swap jerseys," and you're like, nah.
No, I don't think so. Don't forget, I was playing in the three biggest leagues at the time. I think I was a small fish in that situation there. So I think that when I was swapping jerseys, I'm not sure how much they wanted my jersey.
Well, John, can I talk to you? Because you mentioned, we said there before, played Liga, Premier League, Serie A, considered probably the three biggest leagues, maybe up there with the Bundesliga as well, not the French Farmers League, but the A-League as well. How do you think the A-League currently is comparing to some of these huge leagues from around the world?
Again, there's a lot of people that always talk about the A-League not being that strong. They're comparing it to the Premier League. The Premier League at the moment is the best league in the world, and they have probably the best fans in the world, along with a couple of other leagues. But the A-League is at a very high level, and it just goes to show when you have Matthew Leckie, Craig Goodwin, scoring goals at the World Cup, and the players, a lot of the Socceroos players either play in the A-League or they cut their teeth in the A-League. So I really rate the A-League. A lot of the foreigners that come in are surprised how strong it is. So we're at a good moment at at this present time, not only with the A-League, but in football in general in our country.
Can I ask you as well, just speaking about the A-League and talent, Garang Kuhl, who, nearly had that chance in the 96th minute, at 18 years and 79 days, he became the youngest player to play in a knockout stage since Pelé at the World Cup. I mean, with him, other players, are there players that you're really excited about for the future of the Socceroos?
Yeah, what a story that is, and he took that chance really well. He was unlucky. It was a great save. So, we have to give credit to the Argentinian goalkeeper there. But it's also like Harry Suter. He's only 23. He looks like he's been playing for about 15 years.
He's so big.
He's big. You wouldn't want to go up against him. Yeah, Clay Rolls next to him, also 23. Bacchus in the midfield, who's his first international start at a World Cup against Argentina. Not bad.
Yeah.
He's 23, 24. We've got some really good young players coming through. It's exciting, and it looks good for the next World Cup. But not only the next World Cup, this would motivate a generation of young players coming through, seeing the way the Socceroos performed at the World Cup.
Well, John, do you think any of those players you just mentioned would be willing to swap their jersey for my under-12s Lillipilly Berries soccer jersey?
Maybe. I'm not sure if they even know who Lillipilly is.
John, can we ask you about the new documentaries that are United? We're very exciting. You coming on board there and winning and stuff. What can we expect to see? Do we get some juicy behind-the-scenes stuff? Are you yelling at those players?
From the
getting them up and
Wanderers.
around?
We love this.
Yeah, well, you know what? I am yelling a little bit. Sometimes a little bit embarrassed about watching it back. But if people go, oh, well, were you acting in front of the camera? Well, if you see the way that we were talking to each other, there was definitely no acting going on.
Turned it down for the camera.
Can I ask you, John, who gave you the best spray in your time playing, or maybe even coaching? Who gives a really good spray?
Coaching, I think Gordon Strachan gave the best spray. He was a former Man United player. I had him at Coventry City. He was ruthless. He would cut you with his tongue. It was that bad that you'd go hiding as soon as he was in an angry mood. He's a short, ginger guy, so he wasn't... I don't know if it was a small man syndrome or he just copped it as a kid, but he was angry.
Just an angry Ron Weasley yelling at you.
How do you go? I mean, you do seem pretty cool, calm, collected when you're on the sideline there. I mean, you mentioned we're going to see a few sprays. Do you ever feel bad when you're yelling at some of the players?
No, I don't yell at a player for making a mistake. I usually get upset if, they're not focused or their effort's not there. And so I don't get angry too often. It's not true. I'm quite calm most of the time. But look, the background story of the Western United is, it's a team that's only 3 years old. They don't have a home stadium, so we have to play out of 5 different home grounds, 2 being in Tasmania, another one in Geelong, another in Ballarat, and then at Amy Park. And also the club started up during the worst period of anyone's lifetime, COVID. And then, we haven't got a lot of supporters. The supporters we have are very faithful, but, sometimes we're only getting over 1,000, 2,000 people. So it's a journey. And to win it in its 3rd season, you'll see a lot of great stuff behind the scenes and what goes on within a football club.
Absolutely. Well, John Aloisi, we bloody love you to bits, but we better end this before we get a spray from our boss. So, John, thank you so much for joining us. The new documentary, United, launches December 7th on 10 Play. Good on you, mate. Go the Socceroos, and thanks for being a part of the show.
Thanks for having me on, boys.
It's Jimmy and Nath, and they're driving you home.
Yo, drop your glasses, shake it, face screwed up.
Eve, Gwen Stefani, Let Me Blow Your Mind live around the country. You got the Jimmy and Nath Show driving you home. And Jim, the new Addams Family Netflix spin-off. Everybody join in. God, I hope everyone's just clicking in their car, guys.
Well, our whole team is. Shout out to the whole team.
Yeah.
It's like we're all doing clicks at 6.
Oh, it's a great game. We should do a clicks at 6 segment.
Which is something we're doing. I don't think there's a game in it. You definitely couldn't get 2 weeks out of it.
No, absolutely not. Wednesday is the name of the new show, guys. Currently, get this, the most watched show ever in a single week. The most watched show ever on Netflix in a single week. Now, Producer Grace, I'm going to invite you in here because you're the only person, the only member of the team who
Has she
has
watched it?
She's watched it, but I think she's finished it already, Producer Grace. Have you already finished
I
Wednesday?
have finished it.
Right.
I enjoyed it.
When did you finish it?
When did I finish it?
Yeah.
On Wednesday.
Oh, did you actually? Well done.
No.
No.
Oh, damn.
Don't let
I
the
was
truth
just
get in the way
catching
of
the
the
ball
story.
when it was thrown.
Yeah.
Yeah, commit to the bit, though.
No, she did.
Yeah, but then I asked the second question. She goes, absolutely.
You know, she can't lie twice.
I can't,
Oh, that's so true.
Yeah.
How did you find it? You find
I
it good?
enjoyed it. Objectively, it was like not the best show I've ever watched, but I enjoyed it.
Right,
Can
okay.
I ask why you watched it? Because I've watched all the trailers and stuff for it, but at no point did I go, I'm going to give that a crack. What is it that got you in?
It was that scene on TikTok that's going viral of her dancing at the school dance.
Yeah.
That was what hooked me.
That's what got you.
That's
Well,
you do
what
love a
got
bit
me.
of
I love a fun little dance moment.
Well, let me tell you what has got the entire country, in fact, the entire world, and it is the character, the fan favourite character, Thing, which is the hand character. People absolutely love this little hand running around. According to the show, the Thing points, opens bags, engages in arguments, sulks, makes friends, goes on rescue missions, and sets fire traps, Producer Grace.
Yes, he does a lot.
Okay.
He's just a hand, like a decapitated hand.
Right, okay.
Is it a CGI hand?
So
or a
my
real
favourite
hand?
thing about this is Hand is actually an actor, or Thing's actually an actor. It's literally a guy in a blue suit with just his hand out.
Oh, it's so
actually
good.
brilliant.
I
And if
love
you've
that.
seen behind the scenes things. Like, this guy's arm must be hurting so much. It's amazing.
Well, people are saying that this character is now their favourite character in all of TV. The Thing, the
I wouldn't go
hand.
that far,
here's
but-
some of the way people are describing it, right? So online people say...
Dave's got the receipts.
I've got proof, guys. I've got proof, although I could have made these up for the sake of the break. This is my new favourite TV character. Thing's range is perfect. It can do anything. Thing can even pull on the heartstrings and really make you feel. One person even said, Thing is the James Bond of the metacarpus world. Would you describe...
I don't even know what word did you just say?
Metacarpus.
What's that mean?
Metacarpus, I think it's like hands and all that kind of stuff.
Oh.
I don't know. I didn't do heaps of research on it, mate.
I don't know what the word is. That's what I learned, guys.
So
It's a thirst for knowledge.
Here's what I want to do. I think Thing has opened up an opportunity for any good-looking or talented hands out there to potentially pursue a career in showbiz. You know what I mean? I don't think... How many hand actors out there can you think of? You know, how many famous hands can you think of?
The thing is, though, if you're a hand actor, you're usually an ugly person.
That's not necessarily true.
I can say that as a former hand model.
You mean former hand model?
I am. So my mate tried to sell second-hand watches, and he asked me, he goes, "You got good-looking hands, Jim." So they used my hands.
Modelling for Facebook Marketplace, I don't think is the same thing as being a hand model.
Hey.
Whoa, hey, way to drag a guy down, man.
What hand modelling have you done?
None. Because
Yes.
I have really ugly hands.
So I am closer than you, so I can talk on this, right?
Well, I mean, to be fair, both me and producer Grace, we have some of the ugliest hands ever.
Yeah.
I've got little chipolatas that are super wrinkly. Jim, you do have the nicest hands.
I do have lovely hands.
Yeah.
But again, you know, no one's asking for photos of me face. And we are working in radio, so you can, put two and two together. So I'm not trying to piss off the hand models out there, but it's true. If you were a really good-looking rooster, you'd be a model.
Yeah, of course. Yeah,
That's true.
No,
people are
you're
just
not wrong. You're not wrong.
people are just isolating the hand because it's the only good looking bit. All right, 13 10 60. Here's what I want to do. Jump on the phones right now. Do you have good looking hands or do you have talented hands? I don't want to just limit this to people who have good looking hands because I think there's not all actors are good looking. You know what I mean? I think if you have talented hands, they can do stuff. Like the other
you're
thing,
right, yeah.
Jim, not only do you have good looking hands, but you got talented hands.
Oh, the things I can do with my hands.
Oh, mate, you can play the guitar. You can play the drums.
Yeah, I think the drums. Oh, yeah, you need some coordination with your hands. I'd say the guitar's probably a bit more like the picking and the fingering tends to be. I'm also going to laugh.
You have to have very dexterous fingers.
Yes, and I do have very dexterous. Look how far I can spread my fingers
That
out.
is actually like...
That's a good spread.
That is.
Grace, you
Yes.
give me a holding hands in the studio, which is...
I'm just because you need to spread your fingers out to get across the fret.
All right, 13 10 60. Australia, jump on the phones right now. Do you have good-looking hands? Do you have talented hands? There might be a career in it for you. If you do, jump on the phones right now and be a part of our Summer of 1,000 winners. And you're going to score yourself a $100 Ampol fuel voucher. You want one of those? Good-looking hands, talented hands, 13 10 60. Steady Eddie Sheeran live around the country. You got the Jimmy and Nath Show driving you home Monday nights. We're here till 7, guys. Back again tomorrow, 4 till 7, your summer drive show. And we just asked the question, 13 10 60, do you have good-looking hands? Or what can your hands do? According to Audio Balzac, who's made this for us.
What those hands do.
Is that your voice, Audio Balls?
It is. It is your voice. He's made. Yes.
Yes, it is.
Is that some sort of... Can you do a live one for us?
Very good. We've got a talented team here. 13 10 60. Do you have good looking hands, guys? This is off the back of the new Wednesday TV show, which is now the #1 stream show of content in a week on Netflix. This is huge.
And you haven't watched any of it, have you, Nat?
I haven't watched a single thing. My partner Meg is watching a lot
She's
of it.
watching it?
Yeah.
You're not partaking in the DOS, the partner viewing?
No, well,
What
I
are you
had
doing when she's watching that?
Well, apparently I can't even be in the house. She told me, she goes, I'm watching my show. Can you keep it down, please? Can you not go do radio or something?
Yeah.
So I thought this
Right
could...
now, that's what she's doing.
So I thought this could open opportunity to people out there who want to get into the hand showbiz game. So we've asked 13 10 60, do you have good-looking hands or hands that can do something? You know, something impressive. Crystal's giving us a call. Hello, Crystal.
Oh, hey guys, how you going?
We're going all right, Crystal. Do you have good-looking hands?
I think so. I moisturise, keep my nails in check, you know. I play basketball, so I have to keep them short, so they're really neat and tidy.
Yeah. You don't want long nails in basketball because it just doesn't work.
No, it doesn't.
Oh, well said, Michael Jordan.
Could have been in the NBA. Basketball.
Crystal, do other people comment on how nice your hands look?
Yeah, I have actually been a hand model once for a photo shoot, like in was it film school time?
Yep.
Wow.
Yep.
What were you modelling?
What was I modelling? Sauce. We were doing a sauce ad.
Sauce.
So were you just holding like a Heinz or something?
Yes, and unfortunately playing with it as well.
Oh. Why, unfortunately? I mean, I don't
Unfortunately,
wanna know.
yeah, no,
I don't
it's
wanna-
fine,
But she got runs on the board, which is good. Mark from Pymble, do you have good-looking hands, Mark?
Yeah, they're not too bad, actually, lads. Quite happy with them, but they can pick up a basketball, just put my hand on top of a basketball and lift it up quite happily.
Oh,
You have massive hands, Mark.
You've got huge claws.
Big spread.
Good on you, Mark.
Mark, how tall are you?
6'3", in the old speak.
In the old... No, I get it, mate.
We're not that young.
I'm not that young.
Okay, I mean, Mark, is this like a party trick? Or like when you, I don't know, when you got people over or something, you go out and go, hey, guys, look who can hold up these balls with one hand.
Used to be when I was a younger fella. Haven't done it for years.
Not so
Haven't
much
got a basketball anymore.
Mark, I mean, I'd still be impressed. It's impressive. Do you have, like, big hands? Do you also have big feet?
No, they're only a size 11, I think, is what they are.
Only.
Double ours, mate.
Yeah.
So. Good on you, Mark. Grace from Melbourne, you got nice hands, Grace.
Apparently so. I do get it all the time, and you never know what you can sell online.
Right. It's a good point.
Feet pics.
So
I don't know if a hand pics is valuable.
Apparently, I think you can make a bit of money from it. Hand model everything. You
Right.
never know what you can do with those hands.
Well, Grace, I mean, can you describe your hands for us, your good-looking hands? They could be one day in showbiz.
Well, it's kind of bad because I think they look like children's hands, but they're just long and slender, I guess.
And people, like, say to you all the time, oh, wow, nice hands.
Yeah, I work in jewelry and I get the compliments all the time that I should just model for the company instead. Not sure if that's because I'm a bad salesperson.
Thank you, Grace. Amanda from Bathurst, wrap things up. Amanda, do you have good-looking hands?
Oh, I think they're okay, but I think they're more talented than good-looking.
Oh, amazing. What talent have you got, Amanda?
So I used to do singing lessons when I was a kid, and I taught myself to play piano just to accompany the singing. But I'd also played recorder at school, so I actually taught myself to play piano and recorder at the same time, like one hand on each.
What?
I don't. I mean, you probably can't do this right now, Amanda. But do you have a recorder and piano with you?
Not in front of me, I'm in the car. Sorry, guys.
You don't keep them in your car, Amanda? Come on. Jeez.
An emergency keyboard and recorder in the back
Just
seat.
in case I call Jimmy and Nath, I better play them for you, guys.
Jimmy and Nath will be right back. Everyone has to... eventually. Sydney's 104.1 Today FM. The new 104.1 Today FM Sydney traffic. Up to 70% up.
My girl Pink. Never Gonna Not Dance Again live around the country. You got the Jimmy and Nath show. Driving you home, guys. We're here again tomorrow, 4 till 7. But it's not just us, it's also producer Grace for some gossip.
G-O-S-S-I-P G-R-A-C-E. Let's get some gossip with Gossip Grace.
White Lotus actor Theo James has revealed the details behind his explicit and ginormous reveal in episode 1 of season 2 of the new series. In an interview on The Tonight Show starring Jimmy Fallon, Theo James was asked by the host about the nude scene. Yes,
Yeah.
yes. That apparently everyone is talking about. And Theo confirmed that it was in fact a prosthetic that was used and shared the experience behind getting it made.
Just talking about his penis. That's what we're talking about.
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that was implied.
I didn't know what you were talking about.
Nah, sorry, Jim. I just thought you know we're talking about his penis.
There's a big penis.
Big penis. This is him talking about it.
Honestly, I just want it not to be distracting. He needs to be regular Joe, because the scene's about, it's not about the pee-pee, it's about power play and sex, it's about, whether he did it deliberately or whether it was an accident and what that means and all that kind of stuff. And she says, I got you. I got you. Regular Joe.
Regular Joe?
Yeah, I'm like, okay, cool. So we get to set, and she's got, like, a hammer or something. It's bigger than that. It's like she stole it off a donkey in the field. The thing is ginormous, and me and the director, Mike White, are sitting there going, that's average, is it?
Well, now you've watched the whole show. You don't need to go and watch it, do you? Right, okay. Well, interesting. What did you think? What did you think when you first saw it, Grace? Because we know that you're loving White Lotus much like Wednesday. Did you enjoy that part of the show?
I did. I did. I'll be honest, I replayed it a couple of times because I was interested to see whether it was a prosthetic or not. And
Why'd you go in red?
I picked that it was a prosthetic, so...
When you say you watch and you investigate,
Yeah.
like you say you rewind, pause, and you walk up to the television screen,
Yeah, just to get a
Didn't you
a
watch
better
it with
look
your
at
mum?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
And you-
both had a look at it.
And you both
And
rewound
what,
and paused
what were your thoughts about? I mean, he was just saying there that they were shocked. Did you think it was an average or a bigger?
Well, he didn't see the whole thing. It was kind of from behind and it just swung out. So...
Like a grandfather clock.
That looks about right.
Looks about right. To what?
I don't know.
So everything else you watch with your mum looks about right?
Yeah. We like those kind of shows. So we
Yeah,
watch
you
them all
also
together.
watched the first season of Bridgerton together. and
Both
you-
seasons of Bridgerton.
Was there any zooming or pausing in that?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, guys! They'll be back. It's Jimmy and Nath. The new 104.1 Today FM Sydney traffic.
Live around the country, it is the Jimmy and Nath Show, driving you home Monday afternoon. And guess what, guys? Quitting time! That's it, guys.
That's it. 3 hours, producer Grace. Where does it go?
Oh, it just went like snap.
Oh,
it just
clicks.
flashed by.
Oh, and like a Addams Family click, like we did earlier on the show.
Yes.
Addams Family click. Good
Um,
fun, though. Good fun.
geez,
An absolute treat being with you, Australia, driving you home.
Australia, we've absolutely loved it. Hopefully you've enjoyed it. We're here because we're here for 3 more weeks. So if it was a punish, at least I've given you an end date. 23rd of December.
You can see the ending, guys. Don't worry about it.
Look, so if you don't know, we're Jimmy and Nath. That's producer Grace. At the moment, we do late nights and weekend breakfast. And by at the moment, I mean not right now, but next year we'll be back.
I hope not, because, I mean, we'd have to pop off, have something to eat, and then come back for late nights.
So we usually do 9 to 11 and 7 to 9 on weekends. And how we finish every show is with the show rating. We rate the show out of 10, and we give our reasons why. Now, I don't know how we're going to go with this, Nath, but we do have a very big team.
Massive team.
So what I thought is...
Which we're not used to.
We won't get a reason from everyone, but maybe we'll just get a show rating from everyone.
Yeah, I think that's fair
So
enough.
how this works is Australia, though, we're all over different parts of Australia. There's so many people helping us out. So what I thought is we could start with our digital guy, Bryce.
Yeah.
Hey, Bryce. Now, you're here in the studio with us, so this is very easy. What would you give the show?
It's an easy 10.
Easy 10. Start with the softball.
Yeah.
That's really
Bryce
nice.
is just a really nice, positive guy.
Really good guy.
Really good guy. Good
Which is
looking,
nice.
size 14 foot.
Yeah, absolutely.
14?
Yeah.
I didn't know feet got that big.
Look at his foot.
Holy moly. They're like
It's a big
clown
old
shoes.
foot. Yeah. We can barely fit in the studio with Bryce's feet.
Just massive. You know what they say about big feet? So
Great attitude.
let's go to the... Who do you want to go to first, Nath?
Let's go to Audio Balls. Audio Balls, who's made all the sounds of the show. Hello, Audio Balls. How are you?
Hello. Good.
Out of 10, mate. What are you giving this the first drive show?
It's got to be an easy 10. Got to do a 10.
People are too nice.
So now it's the pressure of who goes under 10.
Yeah.
And speaking of who might go under 10, let's go to our boss, Big Boss Sonda.
The BBS.
Yeah, those guys are not right. Don't forget that you missed the beginning of the show. You weren't on air for the very beginning of your National Drive gig.
Yep.
So for that, I'm giving you a 7 out of 10.
That's I'll take a 7.
fair.
That's really good. For a false start, we seem to bring it back, which is nice. Let's go to another one of our producers, producer Jerry. Jerry, how are you, mate? Thoughts out of 10, mate? What do you think?
An 8.
Yeah. You seem as confused as we are.
Jerry's unsure of how the numbers work. That's fine. We'll take an 8. We'll take an 8 from Jerry.
Producer Georgia thought, I mean, this is just fun, It's just a weird flex to show how many people working on the show. Producer Georgia out of 10, what do you think? I mean, good calls from you today, putting them through. Thoughts?
Oh, the calls were great, guys, and everyone has been loving you, but I'm so sorry to bring up the false start as well. But for that, I'm going to go 9, and then we have room to improve tomorrow.
No, that's good, because if we're at a 10, then it's only downhill.
Yeah.
Which is really
That's great for Georgia as well to be like, we only need to start the show on time.
Yeah, that's all you need.
It's a low bar for
a low
improvement.
bar.
Start
That's
at
all you need
4.
to impress me.
Nath, start with my show rating. I'm going to go a 5 out of 10.
5 out of 10, fair enough.
Because what you just mentioned, Nath, we've never had such as big team as we do right now, and somehow we were worse off.
That's true. Somehow how we screwed up.
Yeah.
We have never done a show where there's people in the building.
I know.
And we still got it
We've got
wrong.
bloody 10 people working on the show. We couldn't even get the thing started. It's like a bloody dodgy lawnmower. Just keep pulling at it. It won't start. So I'll give it a 5 out of 10. Grace?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think an 8 is fair. I think it was good. We had some great calls from the people around Australia, but yeah, unfortunately did have a slow start, and I would like
Slow,
to...
mate. We weren't even on. That's
a
backwards.
no start, and I would like to keep some room for improvement.
Oh, God, 2 out of 10.
Well, wasn't that fun? But it's over now. Don't worry, Jimmy and Nath will return. And if you can't wait that nondescript amount of time, catch up with the podcast on the Listener